Alright guys, so today we're going to start this lesson off by finding out what you guys eat every day. So can someone just tell me an example of what they eat every day? What have you guys eaten today? I know we haven't gone to lunch yet, but what did you guys eat for breakfast? Okay, cereal. You ate some cereal for breakfast. Did you eat any fruit with your cereal? Or any fruit with breakfast? Okay, yeah, so you ate some cantaloupe this morning. So what can you guys tell me is your favorite thing to eat? Anyone know what their favorite food is? I know that my favorite food is pasta. Anything to do with pasta, I love it. Okay. Does anyone know where your food comes from? Yeah, farms. So our food comes from farms. There's kind of two basic types of farms. Plant farms, like vegetable farms, and then there's going to be like livestock farms, your cows, your pigs, your chickens, all that stuff. Okay, so do you guys think that farming has any kind of impact on our planet? Have you guys ever thought about that before? For example, what do people use on farms? What's something that's kind of used on most farms? Big and heavy equipment. Good answer, yeah. So there's a lot of equipment being used on different farms that can have an impact on our planet. All right, guys. So today what we're going to be doing is we are going to read this article. First, I'm going to read the article to you. The article is called Healthy Eating, Healthy Planet. I'm going to read this article to you, and then we are going to, you're going to work with your shoulder buddies, and you're going to annotate it. What's going to happen is you'll be with your shoulder buddies. You'll have 60 seconds to whisper read the article to yourselves, work with the shoulder buddy to annotate it, and then you're going to come back to the carpet, and we're going to go over what you annotated, and the process will go on. We'll keep doing that until we get through the entire article, okay? So after the article, you guys are going to take a 10-second, it's a 10-question worksheet you're going to work on. You are going to answer this independently using your annotated passage, and I expect you guys to get 7 out of 10 of these questions right, okay? That's going to be our goal for today. Okay, so who here has ever grown food at home? Does anybody have any kind of experience with that? Okay, chickens. So you have chickens at home. So what do you do with your chickens? You get eggs from your chickens. So that's kind of that's why you have the chickens. So you get so many eggs every day, and that's a lot of eggs you can get a day if you have a lot of chickens, you know? And that's something that's local, and that's something that you did yourself, which helps out the planet. Okay, so what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to hand out the Healthy Eating, Healthy Planet passage, okay? So as I hand it out to you guys, I want you to make sure that you write your name up in the top corner just like I have. And I want you to number all the paragraphs, okay? So you should have about a total of 13 paragraphs, okay? So I'm going to give you guys a minute to go through and do that. All right. So I am going to read first I'm going to read you guys the passage, okay? So as I'm reading, you're going to be able to see the passage up on the board. And I want you guys to follow along with my reading so you know where I'm at. It could even help if you just use your finger to follow along as I read, okay? All right, so humans are unlike any other animal on Earth. Our unique brains and bodies allow us to use the world's resources in ways no other animal can. No other animal can claim it's been to the bottom of the deepest ocean, but to the top of the tallest mountain, and even up and out of Earth to the moon. On a simpler level, do you know of any animal that can build a 2-story single-family brick home with an attached garage? Or just make one of the toilets that's in the house? While exercising our profound abilities, like making toilet bowls, we have fundamentally changed our planet, and in many ways we made it our planet. We've cut down entire forests to construct towns and cities. We've replaced the trees and plants with buildings and paved over the forest floors with roads. These activities help us live, but they also create pollution and affect the air we breathe and the water we drink. Eating for a healthier planet. Luckily, we can reduce the impact of our activities we have on the planet. One such activity is growing food. Think of all the land, equipment, and work that goes into a potato farm, an apple orchard, or a cattle operation. By eating the right foods grown in the right way, we can limit the effects our farms and ranches have on the environment to eat our way to a healthier planet. Alright guys, so now that I have read the entire passage, I want you to get your clipboards and your highlighters out, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to have 60 seconds to whisper read the passage. Who can tell me what whisper reading is? Yeah, that's right. So whisper reading, like how I was reading, I read the whole passage out loud to you because I wanted you guys to hear it. I wanted you to follow along. But whisper reading is basically when you read in a whisper. So I can hear you, but you're not projecting to the entire class. Okay, so for example, me reading to the whole class is, humans are unlike any other animal on Earth. Our unique brains and bodies allow us to use the world's resources in no other way animals can. Okay, but if I were to whisper read, this is how I would read. Humans are unlike any other animal on Earth. Our unique brains and bodies allow us to use the world's resources in ways no other animals can. Okay, so that's how you're going to be whisper reading. But before I let you guys do that, we are going to go over how you're going to annotate your passage, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to whisper read, and then you're going to annotate, okay? So I'm just going to read this out loud again for you guys, but imagine I was whisper reading just to myself. Humans are unlike any other animal on Earth. Our unique brains and bodies allow us to use the world's resources in ways no other animals can. No other animal can claim it's been to the bottom of the deepest ocean, to the top of the tallest mountain, and even up and out of Earth to the moon. On a simpler level, do you know of any animals that can build a 2-story single-family brick home with an attached garage? Okay, so I want you guys to make sure you're paying attention to the projector so you can see where I'm highlighting. So what stands out to me and what I think that this passage is about is the second sentence it says, our unique brains and bodies allow us to use the world's resources in ways no other animal can. So I believe that's what this first passage is about. So I am going to highlight that. So I also want you guys using your highlighters to highlight that, okay? And then I need to be able to find supporting details to prove that that's the main idea of that that paragraph right there, okay? So the supporting detail I have found is no other animal can claim it's been to the bottom of the deepest ocean, to the top of the tallest mountain, and even up and out of Earth to the moon. No other animal can say that. You can say that a whale has been to the bottom of the deepest ocean, maybe, but you can't say it's been to the top of the tallest mountain. And you can even say that a chimpanzee has been up in outer space, but it hasn't been to the bottom of the ocean, okay? So we're the only animal who's been to the topest mountain, the highest mountain, the deepest part of the ocean, and to the moon and back, okay? So I'm going to highlight that as my supporting detail that goes along with my main idea, which my main idea for this paragraph is our unique brains and bodies allow us to use the world's resources in no other way that an animal can. Okay, so that is how you annotate. I want you to make sure that you're paying attention to the projector, to seeing what I do, and I want you to make sure that you're doing this to your own paragraph, okay? So, now that I've exampled to you guys how to annotate, I've shown you how to whisper read. I want you guys to whisper read the second paragraph to yourself, and you're going to have 6 seconds to whisper read to yourself. Once you and your partner are both done whisper reading, you are going to annotate that paragraph, and then once I call time, you're going to come back to the carpet with your clipboard, with your article on clipboard, and you are going to share with me that what you have highlighted here, what you have annotated, you found that's important, your supporting details to go with it. Okay? You guys are also going to bring your paddles to the carpet, so you can tell me if you agree with another student or disagree. And I also, guys, want you to know that if you agree or disagree with a student, I need you to know why you are agreeing or disagreeing with your student. You can't just randomly throw your paddle up there, okay? I need to know why you agree or disagree. All right, guys, so you have 60 seconds starting now. All right, guys, it's been 30 seconds. Make sure you're getting a hustle on things. All right, and that is 60 seconds. So I want you to take your passage on the clipboard, come back down to the carpet, okay? So now that you guys have all read that second paragraph, can I get a volunteer to tell me what they have and their partner have come up with, what you guys have come up with that you've annotated in that paragraph? Okay. All right. Can everybody tell me whether they agree with what they have done, what your fellow classmates have done there, or disagree? And remember, guys, I want you to tell me why you agree or disagree. All right, so can everyone put their paddles up? Wow, okay, so everyone in the class agrees with what your classmates have just said there. That's great, because I also agree what they said. Okay, so what I have liked, and like I said, guys, make sure you're paying attention to see what I'm doing. I like how you highlighted that last sentence in the paragraph. I'm also going to highlight that there that says, these activities help us live, but they also create pollution and affect the air we breathe and the water we drink. That's a great main idea for that paragraph. I also like your how you did your supporting details, the sentence that comes before that says, we've replaced the trees and the plants, we've replaced the trees and the plants with buildings and paved over the forest floors with roads. Okay, so that's the activities that we have done. And then the last sentence says, the activities help us live, but they also create pollution that affects the air we breathe and the water we drink. That's great. I totally agree with that. So you guys are going to have another 60 seconds to go back to your seats with your partners, whisper read, annotate, and then when I call time, you'll come back to the carpet and we're going to discuss again, just like that. And we're going to do that for the whole passage. All right, guys, now that we have done the whole passage, I am going to pass out to you your 10 questions. So I want to make sure when you guys get your passage that your 10 questions, you put your name and the date on it, okay? These 10 questions will be a grade, so please try on them, okay? Like I said, we're going to try, the whole class is going to try to get 7 questions out of 10 correct. But really, it'd be great if y'all can get 10 out of 10, but we're going to try to everyone get at least 7 out of 10, okay? So I'm going to pass this out. When you are done, you are going to get your you're going to put this in the basket up at the front. You'll get your AR book out, and then you are going to read until everybody is done, okay? So please remember that, like I said earlier, your questions, they are going to be all found in the article we just annotated. So make sure you keep this out on your desk and you refer back to it to find all the questions, okay, guys? Like I said, all the questions are in here. So you should be able to get all these questions right because you can find the answers in the passage, okay? All right, so now that everybody is done, we are going to kind of like wrap up here. Everyone's questions are in the basket. Okay, so what can you guys tell me is the main idea of our passage? What was this passage trying to tell us? What kind of information was it trying to give us as we read it? Anyone want to answer that? Yeah, okay, perfect. So it's trying to tell us that by eating naturally, by getting locally sourced food, we are helping reduce the impact on our planet. By getting locally sourced food, growing our own food, eating in season are all things that help. That's perfect. But for that to be our main idea, we have to have supporting facts. So who can tell me what the supporting facts of this article are? What I just said for the main idea. Okay, perfect. So you said paragraph 6, the first and the last sentence. Okay, so the first sentence is, Most of our favorite fruits and vegetables don't grow year-round, and they have their own natural season. Okay, so can you guys tell me, using your paddles, do you agree or disagree that we can use this as a supporting fact? Yeah, okay, so we can use a supporting fact, but we're also going to need more information. So what else can we use? The last sentence in that paragraph? Okay, so the last sentence in that paragraph is, if we eat with our food's natural season, we're in sync with nature. So is that something that can go along to support the main idea? Yeah, like I said, this passage was recommending that we eat locally, in season, and we try to grow our food. So yeah, I agree. That goes right along with the main idea. Okay, so what can you so how does it help if we do grow our own foods or eat in season? How does that help? Okay, yeah, perfect answer. So like you said, if we grow our own food, we eat in season, that our food is local. So we don't have to go as far to get the food. The food doesn't have to travel, which really helps. What's another reason to kind of eat in season? Yeah, okay, so if we eat in season, yeah, you're right. The food does taste better. But how could that help our planet? Even our planet, but maybe like our community, to kind of a smaller thing. How does it help our community to eat in season, and what was the passage recommending? Yes, so the passage was recommending that we eat locally because that helps our community, it helps the local businesses, and it supports jobs in your community, which helps everybody out. Does anyone have any ideas how you can eat healthier from this? Yeah, so you can grow your own fruits and vegetables, which is farm to table, which can really help. Plus, it would encourage you to eat more vegetables and fruit and such, which is healthier and a healthier way to live. All right, guys, so you've done really awesome today, so thank you. That's the end of the lesson.